this is the first time you're here. However, you're very well aware of the legacy and the history. What's it like to be here and on this occasion?
For me personally, it's the first time in Armenia. And first about the country, we had a trip yesterday. I saw your country, and it's a beautiful country. So I'm very glad to have the opportunity to see your country. And it's, as you said, it's very important for Kragerø, for the city, to recognize and to make sure that the legacy of Bodil Bioern is kept. And all the political parties in our city have decided to recognize the genocide. We did that 8 years ago, and we are also doing it next year. And we also want other communities in Norway to do it. And we also want our government to do it, so we are working with this case every year.
What does it mean for you to have her legacy recognized on such a level and to have a prize that's helping others do what she has done for Armenians in her time?
No, I'm extremely proud, of course, and this kind of fulfill what the mission she had, you know. Probably she's, like Bodil is like now famous all over the world. Kind of famous. She's known all over the world, which is more correct to say. And of course, reading about Bodil, they understand the commitment that these people did. They did it because they wanted to do it. They didn't live a miserable life. They lived happy lives.
Because speaking about commitment, she witnessed and she helped in Turkey. Then she went to Istanbul. It's you know, it's not giving up on any level. She came to Gyumri in Armenia, Soviet time. Then and finally Aleppo. This is not helping once. This is not being in a situation where you can do something about it. Then you get over it. This is very persistently having a mission. Which is the most amazing, most amazing part of the story, that she continued until the end to do the best she can.
Yeah, and I remember one letter she got from one in Aleppo after she returned to Norway, 1934. And this letter states also how the Armenians, how the Armenian community, they tell, now we manage ourselves. You don't need to send more help to us. We manage ourselves. Concentrate on another place. This also tells about Armenian, how the Armenians are.
Mayor, before the interview, we were speaking about the building that is now the municipality that used to be her home. And you told me a story that I think wraps up the whole essence of the history that's going on around us, and from 1915 until now. I'd like the viewers to be able to hear that story about the Syrians coming.
Yeah, that's first of all, it's an honor for us to the city hall is her home, and we don't want to move. We will be there, and my office is in her home. And that's kind of special. And some years ago, people from Armenia got to Kragerø with a stone from Aleppo, and we put a relief from Bodil Bioern on the stone. It's outside the city hall, and we're very proud of that. And because of the refugee coming to Kragerø, they were placed in Kragerø, many of them from Syria, many of them from Aleppo. And just 5-6 months ago, they saw that, okay, here is a stone from our hometown, from Aleppo. And those refugees went to the city hall and was outside and honored that stone. And some of them cried because it's from the home city. So they traveled half the world, ended up as refugees in Norway, in the town of Bodil Bioern, and with a stone from Aleppo outside City Hall.
Thinking so there would be nothing, no connection,
yes.
And yet there is connection that comes from years ago. And we were also talking about new collaborations with Armenia. Would you tell us a little bit more about it?
Now we try to strengthen that kind of relationship, and we decided that we want to talk to the children of Armenia. And we went to visit 2 schools 2 days ago, and we try now to have a project where school children in Yerevan make contact with school children in Kragerø. They start to communicate via internet and Skype, and then maybe they will visit each other. And the mission is that the Armenian school pupils will learn our pupils about Armenian history, and vice versa. And because we want to tell our people, and we want to give a signal to Armenia that the children is the most important. So that's the project.
That sounds like a very interesting and lovely project. And this is your first time here. I would like to ask you, how many times have you been to Armenia and Syria and traced the steps of...
You know, my first visit actually was to Beirut in 2002. And I started slowly to trace my history about my ancestors and, of course, about Bodil. And I traveled to Aleppo directly from Beirut in a taxi. And I met Giray Rezian. You know his name? Giray, Mr. Giray. He's the spokesman for the Armenians in Aleppo. Oh. He was... some weeks ago, he was elected to the Syrian parliament. Oh. But anyway, and it started from that. And then I continued to visit Syria, Damascus and Aleppo. I had a research trip for 4 months. I took leave from my company where I worked and traveled all over. And finally, I came to Armenia in 2004. And in 2009, I bought an apartment here. So now I have a home here, which I had now for 6 years. And this is my 4th visit this year. Last year I was here 7 times. And I think I have been here maybe 80 or 90 times back and forth.